When people say that language exists only so we can talk to each other, I always want to ask if they're really sure. I think language does something much more important. It decides what we notice. The same thing can have different names. And if it has different names, it can also have different meanings. At home, I speak Ukrainian. With Leo, I speak English. Every day I'm surrounded by Japanese. Sometimes it feels as if I'm living in 3 different versions of the same city. At home, I notice one kind of detail. At school, I notice another. On the streets, something completely different, even though the streets never actually change. Only the language I use to think about them does. Maybe that's why good detectives always begin by understanding the meaning of words. Only then do they start looking for answers. Because the wrong question almost always leads to the perfect dead end. Several days passed after our last walk. The hidden garden never appeared again. But the girl did, 3 times. The first time, I saw her in the window of an old house. When I looked up, she was already watching me. I blinked, and the window was empty. The second time, I noticed her in the reflection of a shop window. That was even stranger. Sometimes reflections reveal more than windows do. The third time, she was standing across the street. I took a few steps toward her. I was too late again. Some people call things like that coincidences. I prefer the word pattern, because a coincidence promises nothing. A pattern usually means something. So I called Leo. We agreed to meet at our favorite ice cream cafe. Honestly, I'm pretty sure he would have refused any other place. While I was waiting for him, I flipped through his old notebook. It had been at my house for quite a while now. The old ticket was still tucked between its pages. We decided that before looking for new answers, we should take another look at the old questions. A few minutes later, we learned that the ticket was real. People had used tickets like it about 70 years ago. Leo stayed quiet for a long moment. Then he said, "I don't have any proof, but I think the ticket is connected to the girl. I like the words I think. They're much more honest than I know. Because they leave room for being wrong." We walked along the same street where I had found the hidden garden a few days earlier. This time, we searched much more carefully. We were both hoping to find something we had missed before. And we did. "Lara, look." Leo pointed ahead. There were new chalk drawings on the pavement. Then another, and another. "There are 3 more," he said. I was already beginning to suspect that the girl was leaving us signs. I just didn't know where they were leading. A few minutes later, Leo suddenly stopped walking. I didn't even look at him right away. Sometimes you can hear someone stop before you notice it. The girl was standing across the street. The same girl. This time, Leo saw her too. He quickly raised his phone and managed to take a picture. The girl looked in our direction. Then she disappeared around the corner. We ran after her. The street was empty, again. We looked at the photo. Now we could study her carefully. Her dress, her hairstyle, her shoes. We searched again. Clothes like hers had been common in Japan during the 1950s. I looked at the photograph, then at the ticket, then back at the photograph. 2 things looking similar doesn't prove anything. But when the similarities keep growing, it's hard to pretend they're unrelated. That's when we noticed the woman. She was photographing the chalk drawings on the pavement and writing something in a small notebook. Quietly, I asked Leo, "Do you think she's looking for something too?" He didn't answer. He just kept watching her. Maybe he was thinking the same thing I was. If she really was searching for the same mystery, then this story had started long before I ever saw the girl. And somehow, that frightened me more than anything else.
At home the words are soft and round, Ukrainian light on every sound. With you I speak another tongue, and suddenly the streets look young. Outside the signs are